Headline in today's Daily Telegraph: Brussels is losing the argument in Brexit talks. Frost tells PM, that Frost being David Frost, the government's chief Brexit negotiator. The story is written by the Telegraph's Brussels correspondent James Crisp, who joins me now. Give us the background then to the messages or signals that the PM's receiving. James, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, I mean, really, you have to imagine, Nick, but we've got two big beasts facing each other here, the UK and the EU. Both sides are in their trenches, and both are saying to the other side, you've got to move. And that's almost been the story of Brexit in a way, but we've had this constant, no, you must go first, no, you must go first, and we're back in that situation. But last week, trade negotiations continued in Brussels and went very badly. I mean, on Friday, I don't think I've seen Michel Barnier look so angry.
Wow.
I mean, it was really very unusual for him. You know, he's a very sort of unflappable, quite a distinguished gentleman. So, you know, it was strange to see him so visibly exasperated. I mean, his press conference was actually delayed due to some technical problems. And while the press conference was delayed, a British statement came out from Frost accusing the EU of having this ideological approach to the trade talks, of being inflexible. I mean, that's an accusation people are very sensitive to in Brussels, because it is difficult to get 27 countries behind one position. I mean, it is in almost every single area you can imagine, be it migration, COVID, EU budget. In fact, the only thing they ever seem to manage to get united behind is Brexit, ironically enough.
And what was the source of his exasperation, James? Did we find out why Monsieur Barnier was so angry?
I think it's the accusation that the EU is being unreasonable, that the EU is being inflexible and unyielding. You know, as far as they're concerned, you know, nothing in the negotiations should come as a surprise. You know, Boris Johnson agreed a political declaration, a non-binding document setting out the aspirational terms of the trade deal. And, you know, everything, more or less, that Mr. Barnier is asking for could be seen as being in that document. It's just a case of interpretation, and both sides interpret it very, very, very differently.
And
also,
go ahead, James. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I just said also, you know, I think there's also a bit of surprise from the EU side. I mean, they're not dealing with Theresa May's team. You know, they're dealing with a team of people who have clear instruction from the top, a team of people who, certainly Mr. Frost, you know, believes in Brexit and, you know, are motivated to go and sort of fight for what they see as the fundamentals of Brexit. But, you know, there is no continued jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice. There is no influence of EU bodies in British life. I mean, whether you'll remain or leave, you know, I think you have to agree that Brexit does mean those things come to an end.